He's heard a lot about it, but today Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg saw I-81 for himself. The state's plan to replace the elevated viaduct with a grid of ground-level roads is before the Secretary's office, with work set to begin in less than a year. In his only one-on-one television interview, Buttigieg explains to News Channel 9's Andrew Donovan what he hopes the project achieves.
Secretary Pete Buttigieg is best known here as a presidential candidate, but relates to Syracuse through his home of South Bend, Indiana.
Well, thank you, Leader Schumer, and I will always answer to the name of mayor.
He hopes mistakes made to this city are fixed by the future design for I-81.
The planners behind it also made choices that often routed new highways directly through black and brown neighborhoods, doing lasting damage.
Outside the city, leaders worry the damage will shift to their suburbs if high-speed traffic is rerouted to I-481. Buttigieg told me the design is not up to him.
A lot of different variations and alternatives have been considered, which is important. Again, I learned as a mayor that you might come in on day one and you think you've got it all figured out, you got the right answer, the perfect solution. But of course it's better when you hear more ideas, when you have that kind of push-pull that's a natural part of the process, sometimes a little frustrating, but also very important.
The secretary got a personal presentation from state engineers today. Next, the Federal Highway Administration has to approve the design to trigger a formal public comment period when opinions for or against will go on the record.
For people ultimately disappointed with what happens to I-81, does the federal government have avenues for them to take, things to mitigate those problems if the state's plan doesn't quite do that to their liking?
Often there are resources to make sure that if there's an impact, it can be cushioned in a different way. And those are conversations we're happy to have.
The secretary wants to make sure the project is funded, which is only easier with infrastructure legislation agreed to by both parties last week.
Any specific thing you'd like to see built, any shop or business that could maybe take the place of a viaduct?
You know, that's not my job coming from Washington to decide, but I am looking forward to seeing creative community ideas and hopefully a way to make sure that the benefit to everyone in the area is maximized.
He hopes to be back for the ribbon cutting. In Syracuse, Andrew Donovan, News Channel 9.
Secretary Buttigieg, along with Senators Schumer and Gillibrand, are vowing that most of the construction jobs for the project will be given to people in poor communities. Their legislation also comes with funding that will help revitalize the I-81 corridor.